It's an unbelievable situation. Somebody said, what have you learned about politics and politicians? Now, you know, all my life I've dealt with politicians, and many of them are very dishonest people. I've known that for years. But I had Hillary, you talk about Hillary. She's the most dishonest of all. That's the one. That's the one. Hillary, you know, they're saying that maybe, well, she can't be president for a number of reasons. She'll probably skirt by. What do you think? They're protecting her. They're protecting her. Did you see where Bernie Sanders said, Bernie Sanders, you believe this? Did you see where Bernie Sanders said she's not qualified to be president, right? And then he sort of low-keyed that a little bit because he was getting heat. And he said, what did he say? Do you know what he said? Bad judgment. Got bad judgment. She does have. First of all, she voted for the war in Iraq. She wanted to go Libya. You know who's got Libya right now? Her baby. You know who's got Libya right now? And the oil? ISIS. ISIS. And you know what our country does about it? Do we do blockades? Do we blow the hell out of it? Do we do it? No, they're making a fortune. They have some of the finest oil in the world. Nice and high, highest quality. ISIS has it. What do we do? Nothing. They do whatever they want. Remember I said keep the oil. Remember, keep the oil. Don't go into Iraq. I was always against it. They went in, destabilized the Middle East. Then Obama gives a certain date when we're going to go out. Takes everybody out. That's when you should have kept some there. But I always said, keep the oil. Keep the oil. We didn't do it. We didn't do it. So we left. Now I say knock the hell out of the oil. We don't do that because it may have an environmental impact. Can you imagine General George Patton, one of the toughest guys, General George Patton, General Douglas MacArthur, where they say we don't want to bomb the oil because it may have an impact on the environment. What are we doing? What are we doing? So we now have Libya in play, Benghazi, all of that. That was Hillary's baby. And now what do we have? Remember the famous phone call? Who would you want answering your phone at 3 a.m? She wasn't there to answer it. You're right, me. I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there. Over a relatively short period of time, some of the greatest assets in the world, very little debt, tremendous cash flow, and I say that not to brag. I say that because that's the kind of thinking, at least for a little while, that's the kind of thinking we need in our country. We have $19 trillion. We're sitting on a bubble. We've got to straighten out our country. We've got to rebuild our military. Our military is being decimated. It's being decimated. We got to knock the hell out of ISIS. We got to knock them out. We're going to win with health care. We're going to win with our borders. We're going to build the wall, and Mexico's going to pay for the wall. It's going to be there.
In this big dump of data coming out of Panama, that tax avoidance is a big global problem. It's not unique to other countries because, frankly, there are folks here in America who are taking advantage of the same stuff.